Hi everyone, I'm Mike and I've been part of this group for about 4 weeks. Friday, I shared something in the accountability session which people said I should put out to this group, sharing the public group. And I'm not really one for making long posts, so I'm going to do it in a video because that's what I enjoy. I began keto 12 weeks ago, 12th of March to be exact. So that was, 6 weeks ago yesterday. And I started because my blood sugars, according to my doctor, were extremely high, 21 to 26 daily. I'd cut out sugar, chocolate, all that kind of thing already, but they were still super high just from basically my diabetes. My HbA1c was really high, and he wanted to just give me more medication and even consider insulin. I wasn't a fan of that idea, and I took this as kind of a option just to see if I could bring it down a little bit and save myself some extra medication. Now, I was in a lot of physical pain that was just kind of day to day, and I think some people understand that, some people don't. I'm a big guy and I put it down to that and thought nothing more of it. I also have a lot of seizures. I have epilepsy, I've had epilepsy for years, but I have had a lot more seizures over the last 4 or 5 years than I have previously. Now, after about 10 days on this, I realised that I wasn't having any keto flu, and I was advised that that's because if you keep your electrolytes high, you keep salt in your body, you don't tend to suffer from keto flu, or at least I didn't. But I went from a guy who constantly felt pretty much some sort of pain to pain-free in just 10 days. I couldn't believe it. And after day 8, I had not had a seizure. Not even any small, mild seizures, no hand twitches, just things that were normal for me just weren't happening. I took it as a good sign and carried on. Now, a lot of people talk about the difficulties of keto and how difficult it is to stay on track. It is preparation. It really, really is. Or at least that's what I found. Going into week 3, my father got rushed into a hospice and was told this was basically the end for him. And it was really hard to spend almost 8 days sitting by his bedside watching him slowly pass away. But the preparation of having fatty food, plenty water, plenty to have, the things that I could have within the keto sphere on me, and an array of them really helped. But because of the knowledge I had, what I had was limited. And that's where week 4 and finding this group and being sent a video to Mark, doing an Aldi shop and making things that I can get in my normal supermarkets, not having to order specialist items in, made all the difference. I was really, really just amazed at the vast quantity of information on his website. Not just about ketosis, but very much about foods, things you can make, things you can buy, even down to little details like I swapped out my sweetener because I thought, well, stevia sweetener, great. And then found out that what I was actually buying was one of the reasons I was having high blood sugars. I swapped it out for a suggestion on the website, and it hasn't really been an issue since. The tools and support of this website really, really helped me. But this group and the people I've met in it and the suggestions and ideas and just the little things really, really do make a difference. If you're watching this and you're thinking, oh, well, is that a stupid question to post? In this group, it's really not. Everyone will have some idea or suggestion or support, down to the, what do I put in milk in my coffee? I thought that was really interesting. Some people went, well, there's not that many carbs, just put milk. But there was also suggestions, ideas. It makes all the difference. It really does. So I'm going into week 4. My father's passed away. But having the resources and people around making suggestions, going through the same as me, made a big difference for me. Now, that's quite a lot in just 4 weeks that's gone on, and I've stuck with it, and I've still, You know, I'm still having no seizures. I'm still having no pain. My energy levels are just through the roof. And I'm a high energy person naturally. So, as you can imagine, it's been a great experience. But week 5 topped everything. I went 7 miles with my boys. I've got a 2-year-old and a 14-year-old. And to be able to spend the entire day not having to sit down and having to take breaks, no pain, just real fun and enjoyment. For Marcus, my youngest, it's the first time I've really been able to do that. We go out and I need to take breaks. I need to stop, not this time. It has made a massive difference. I'm still 5 weeks, still no seizure, still no pain, feeling really great. But I don't believe I could have carried on eating the way I was eating with what I considered limited options had I have not found this site, had I have not had the support here. So I went a step further and became a member, and I'm really, really glad I did. Just for the talking to people and the, you know, the ideas and the suggestions, and there's a lot of fun and a lot of love in this group. There really is. Like, the people are great. So week 5 pushed a lot of my normal comfort zone and the normal way I live into the next gear. And I really can't be grateful enough to the support I've had from everyone and from Mark. He's got a great resource on his website. And if you're a bit lazy like me, there are products you can buy so you can have a sandwich. So, thank you, Mark. So that brings me to this past week, week 6. And this was the most different of them all. I went to see my doctor and he did my blood test, and I went back on the Thursday to get my results. My HbA1c was that of a pre-diabetic, not a diabetic, but a pre-diabetic. My blood sugars have consistently recorded between 4.9 and 6 daily for, I'm assuming, for about a week, week and a half, because it's not something I do. It's all recorded and then it's given to him. I've had no seizures now for weeks, and it's just such a rewarding feeling to feel like what I'm doing, it keeps you going. You don't have the lows because you've got energy. And if you can just avoid the temptation by looking for the alternatives, and there's so many alternatives on here, it makes all the difference. And then, as normal, blood pressure low, which was great. Well, not low, but normal, if you know what I mean. And I'm 15 pound lighter. 15 pound. Now, I have a set of scales where it records to the app so I don't see it. So I can see what the fluctuations are daily without physically looking at them and then panicking. And I realised that in the first 3 weeks, my weight went consistently up, and then it went shot down, and then it actually had risen up before the doctor weighed me. And, you know, Mark and his resources and his website, he will tell you this. You know, keto weight loss can go do, but it does happen. It has for me, and I believe it can for anyone who sticks to it. And if you're struggling with your weight loss, if you feel stalls and things like that, go on the website. There's so much great information. Same with like recording ketones. I'm not really bothered about recording the ketones, but for those that have, people are like, oh, well, you know, what's my levels? You know, they seem low. Am I out of ketosis? There's really so much information. Just little things like, a lady had used the urine strips and she wasn't getting any things, but over 8 weeks, you don't really get any reading because your body's using the ketones. There's not so much in your waist. Again, if you've got any questions, ask the people here. Everyone's friendly. Everyone will try and help you out. I've loved every moment on here, and I'm hoping to do more videos and be around for a very long time. I'm glad I became a member, and I'm really grateful to you all. Have an awesome Sunday, folks. Bye.